Good morning, students. In previous class, that is class 10, for the chapter chemical bonding, I already completed the important part of this chapter, that is molecular orbital theory. This concept approach to homoatomic molecule of first and second row of the periodic table. And most important part is application to nitrogen and oxygen molecule. Their stability, their bond order, bond strength, electronic configuration, energy level diagram, and also last one is the magnetic character. Today, that is in class 11, for the chapter chemical bonding, I will try to focus another important short notes, that is hydrogen bonding. Mark that. Hydrogen bonding. As the name of this one is hydrogen bonding, one of the segment is hydrogen. We know bonding is carried out minimum 2 species, among them one is hydrogen. So it is a type of bond which is formed between hydrogen and the most electronegative element of the periodic table. That is, in the periodic table found that 3 elements possess most electronegative, that is fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen. So the force which binds the hydrogen atom of one molecule with the most electronegative element, that is nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine of another molecule, is known as hydrogen bond. It is represented by a dotted line. That means this bond, hydrogen bond, make a bridge. That means it connect one side, one of the atom having high electronegative, while another side is the hydrogen atom. One side, that one atom bonded by a covalent bond, while another side it is bonded by a hydrogen bond. Remember that, try to listen, it is the segment 1. In first segment, try to understand the concept. In segment 2, we start writing. Next, what are the conditions for the formation of hydrogen bond? Mark that. What are the conditions? Point 1, that is the definition. Point 2, that is the condition. Is there any condition for the formation of hydrogen bond? Answer, yes. Mainly 2 points are there. The element which exhibit this type of bonding must obey the 2 points. Point 1, that element must be high electronegativity, that possesses highest electronegativity. I repeat again, this type of bond formed between 2 species, one is hydrogen and the rest one possess 2 characters. One, that is possess highest electronegativity, and point 2, that one must be smaller in size. So these 2 characters satisfied by first element of group 15, that is nitrogen, first element of group 16, that is oxygen, and the first element of group 17, that is fluorine. So nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine exhibit this type of bonding, that is known as hydrogen bonding. It is represented by a dotted line. Next, if we go through the strength of the bonding, then highest is electrostatic force, ionic bond. Next, covalent bond. Next, that is hydrogen bond. Last one is van der Waals force. Then switch over to some examples. Mark that. Some for next third point is examples. If we look after the three elements, that is nitrogen, when nitrogen combines with hydrogen, resulting in the formation of ammonia. Mark that. Mark that, what happened? This hydrogen atom, I repeat again, this hydrogen atom make a bridge between two elements. That means in one side it is bonded by a covalent bond, while another side by this dotted line, this is known as hydrogen bond. Next is oxygen. When oxygen combines with hydrogen, resulting in the formation of water. Mark the structure. It is positive, negative, it is positive, positive, negative, positive, positive, negative. Mark that. Here also hydrogen bonded to one side of oxygen by a covalent bond, while on another side this dotted line is known as hydrogen bond. Here the bond angle is 105 degree or 104.5 degree. Another important thing, mark that is ice. It is a liquid water, then solid water, that is ice. I hope all of you know ice floats over water. The density becomes lower in comparison to water. Why? Due to the cage-like structure. Mark that, the cage-like structure of ice. Mark that, it is the cage-like structure. As a result of this, maximum vacant space, this is the vacant space is there. As a result, volume increases and density decreases. It is the structure of ice. Due to this factor, due to this reason, ice melts over, ice floats over water. When temperature increases, this hydrogen bond start breaking. This hydrogen bond start breaking. So its volume decreases. That means density increases. At 4 degrees centigrade, the density is maximum. Due to this reason, the ice floats over water. So ammonia, that is bonding with nitrogen over, bonding with hydrogen over, bonding with oxygen over, next bonding with fluorine to form hydrogen fluoride. Mark the structure of hydrogen fluoride. In solid form, the structure of hydrogen fluoride is zigzag-like. In other words, in a liquid or in case of gases, however, it is linear. Mark the structure. This is the structure of hydrogen fluoride. So these are some examples. That means hydrogen bonding carried out with nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. Next we discuss about types of hydrogen bonding. There are generally two types of hydrogen bonding. One is, mark that, intermolecular hydrogen bonding, and point two is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. There are two types of hydrogen bonding. One is intermolecular hydrogen bonding, while another one is intramolecular. What do you mean by the two terms inter and intra? Inter means between the molecule and molecule, maybe same or different between the molecules. But intra means in one molecule between the different atoms. I repeat again, mark that. In previous, that is in HF, next in NH3, and in next one is H2O. What happened? HF. Between the molecule and molecule. Ammonia between the molecule. Water between the molecule. That is known as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Due to this type of bonding, solubility in water increases, melting point, boiling point increases, viscosity increases. While another one is there intramolecular, between the molecule, then viscosity decreases, melting point, boiling point decreases as compared to the intermolecular. So some examples of intermolecular are already completed. Next switch over to one or two example of intramolecule, means between the molecule. Between the molecule, a bond between hydrogen atom and most electronegative, that is fluorine or oxygen or nitrogen. Mark the some examples. Examples, that is orthohydroxybenzoic acid. Orthohydroxybenzoic acid. Another example, orthonitrophenol. Mark that. I draw the two structure of that organic compound. One is O-hydroxybenzoic acid or orthohydroxybenzoic acid, and one is orthonitrophenol. Mark that. It is benzene ring attached to COOH, benzoic acid. OH is alcohol. Remember that we discuss in detail in organic chemistry. Its name is O-hydroxybenzoic acid. Mark that. It is one molecule. Between the molecule, high electropositive, electronegative. This dotted line is known as hydrogen bonding. As this is carried out between one molecule, so magnitude of force of attraction decreases, which decreases the melting point and the boiling point. Next example, another one example, that is orthonitrophenol. Mark that. Another example, It is known as hydrogen bond. The name of the species is orthonitrophenol. Between the molecule, the bond between hydrogen and oxygen of one molecule. But in case of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, number of hydrogen bonding increases between the molecule. It may be similar or dissimilar molecule. Due to greater number of bonding, the boiling point, melting point, solubility and also viscosity increases. It is the little bit idea about what do you mean by hydrogen bond? What is the condition for the formation of hydrogen bond? Next, characteristics of hydrogen bond, some examples, then types of hydrogen bond, and last one is the consequences, means application of hydrogen bond. Very, very important one, 2 mark question, mark that. One question is H2O. If hydrogen combine with the first element of group 16, do you know what are the various members of group 16? That is oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Mark that. One side hydrogen, it is group 16 member, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. So when hydrogen combines with oxygen, it form H2O. Okay. Similarly, when hydrogen combines with sulfur, it form H2S. Mark that. Similar species is there. But question is, H2O is a liquid, while H2S is a gas. Explain. Simple answer. Just already covered. That means, in case of oxygen, due to smaller in size and high electronegativity, it is able to form intermolecular hydrogen bonding with hydrogen, resulting the formation. Due to the greater number of force, magnitude of van der Waals force increases. It is therefore it is a liquid. On the other hand, in case of sulfur, not satisfy the two condition. That means due to larger in size and lower electronegativity, it is unable to form hydrogen bond. So only covalent bond is there. That's why magnitude of forces of attraction decreases. So it is gas. This is one the application part of hydrogen bonding. Now part 1 over. Next we ready to write the notes, the definition, condition, characteristic and the types and the consequence application of hydrogen bonding one by one. Now start writing the definition of hydrogen bond. Mark that. The attractive forces which binds the hydrogen atom, the attractive forces which binds the hydrogen atom of one molecule with most electronegative atom, that is nitrogen, group 15, first element of group 15, that is nitrogen, first member of group 16, that is oxygen, and first member of group 17, that is a fluorine, of another molecule is known as hydrogen bond. In this bonded structure, hydrogen atom acts as a bridge between two atoms, holding one atom by a covalent bond and the other atom by a hydrogen bond. And this type of bond is represented by the dotted line. I repeat again, in this bond, one atom, one side bonded with hydrogen atom, while another side bonded by a dotted line. So, hydrogen atom behave as a bridge between the two atoms. Next, discuss about the condition. Already we cover two condition is there. One is hydrogen. What about the other atom? Other atom must possess satisfy two conditions. One possess, that is highest electronegativity, higher electronegativity, and second one, that atom must be smaller in size. Mark that, two condition is there. The molecule must contain a highly electronegative atom attached to the hydrogen atom. The higher is the electronegativity, higher is the polarization. And the second point, the size of the electronegative atom must be small in size. The smaller is the size, greater is the electrostatic forces of attraction. So if we consider these two characteristics, this condition satisfied by three elements, that is fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen. Mark that. Hence, only fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen atom can form hydrogen bond because these atoms are small in size and hence have high electronegativity. If we focus to electronegativity, then it has been observed that chlorine also possesses higher electronegativity, but it is possesses also high electronegativity in comparison to the others one, but it is not able to form hydrogen bonding because of its large size. Mark that. Last one, chlorine having the same electronegativity nearly equal to that of the nitrogen, but it does not form the hydrogen bonding due to its large size. So, these 2 points, that is smaller in size and higher electronegativity, satisfied by fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen. So, when hydrogen combines with fluorine to form a hydrofluoric acid or hydrogen fluoride, when hydrogen combines with oxygen to form water, when hydrogen combines with nitrogen it form ammonia. So, 3 simple molecules, examples is hydrofluoric acid or hydrogen fluoride, then water, and last one is ammonia. So, next we discuss one example after this one. Next we discuss some examples of the formation of hydrogen bonding. Mark that. First example is HF, hydrogen fluoride or hydrofluoric acid. Mark that. In the solid state, hydrogen fluoride consists of long zigzag chain. This is the zigzag form. Long zigzag chain of molecules associated through hydrogen bonding. However, in the liquid or gaseous state, in the solid state, the compact form is there due to its high value of MPVP. But in case of liquid or gaseous state, as the magnitude of forces of attraction decreases, this zigzag structure, however, becomes linear. Move to the second example, that is formation of water molecule. So, in water, in addition to, it is a water molecule, one covalent bond, another covalent bond. So, in addition to two covalent bond in water, oxygen atom form two hydrogen bond. One side it is one hydrogen bond, it is also one hydrogen bond. So, in addition to two covalent bond, oxygen atom form two hydrogen bond. Due to this, it exists in associated form, as a result of which it is forces of attraction increases, so it is in liquid form. On the other hand, already we discussed, that is hydrogen combined with oxygen to form H2O, hydrogen combined with the next member of this family, that is sulfur, to form H2S, hydrogen sulfide. The question is, why H2O is a liquid while H2S is a gas? The answer is, H2O part is over, next H2S. That means in case of sulfur, due to larger in size and smaller electronegativity, it is not able to form intermolecular, that is hydrogen bonding. So, it is exists in normal form. That means, mark that. On the other hand, H2S does not show the hydrogen bonding because sulfur is less electronegativity and higher in size. So, H2S exists in the isolated molecule. That's why the magnitude of forces of attraction decreases. That's why the H2S hydrogen sulfide is in gaseous form. Next, we switch over to, that is the structure of ice. How ice, it is a H2O, it is also H2O, previous one is the H2O, but how or why ice floats over water, why the density of ice decreases. Mark that, it is verified from going through the structure of ice. Next we discuss the structure of ice. Mark that. The structure of ice is found to be cave-like. That is, a maximum vacant space is there, where each oxygen atom bonded to two hydrogen atom by covalent bond and two other is by a hydrogen bond. Mark that. Each oxygen atom attached to two hydrogen atom by one side a covalent bond, one on the other hand two hydrogen atom by two hydrogen bond. So the volume of the ice is more in comparison with that for the same mass of water. So its density decreases, that's why it is lighter and floats over water. Because maximum vacant space is there, so volume increases and density decreases. Mark that. When upon heating, when ice is heated from 0 degree centigrade, this hydrogen bond, this is known as the hydrogen bond. It is known as the hydrogen bond. This hydrogen bond start breaking, and at 4 degrees centigrade, the bonded structure completely break down. As a result, the volume becomes minimum. Volume decreases means density increases. In other words, at 4 degrees centigrade, the density of water becomes maximum. When water is further heated, what happens? The usual expansion start and its density then start decreasing. Due to this reason, question is why ice floats over water. This is the genuine reason. Then we go through the another example, that is formation of ammonia molecule. Move to the next example, that is formation of ammonia molecule. Mark that. In ammonia molecule, the electronegative atom, that is a nitrogen, bonded to 3 hydrogen atom. So due to difference in electronegativity, nitrogen acquires a partial negative charge and hydrogen acquires a partial positive charge. Okay, as a result of which, due to differ in electronegativity, nitrogen atom partial negative charge and 3 hydrogen atom partial positive charge. So that ammonia molecule is associated through hydrogen bonding, form a long chain. This is the structure of ammonia molecule. Here, in ammonia, nitrogen atom bonded to hydrogen by one side hydrogen bond, while another side by a covalent bond. Next, we switch over to the types of hydrogen bonding. Already we discussed there are 2 types of hydrogen bonding. After completion of example, then we switch over to the types of hydrogen bonding. 2 types of hydrogen bonding is there. One is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding carried out between the molecules, between the similar or dissimilar molecule and molecule. And second one is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. That means between one molecule, hydrogen bond is there between hydrogen atom and most electronegative element. So let us discuss the bit one, that is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Mark that. This type of bonding results between the positive and negative end of different molecule of the same or different substances. This type of bonding increases the boiling point of the compound and also the solubility. Mark the 2 important factors is that we already discussed, that is boiling point and also solubility in water increases. If the molecule exhibit hydrogen bond, then it is soluble in water. A simple question is there, why 2 compound A and B? Formula not given, simply A and B. Question is why A is soluble in water while B does not? Simple answer, A is soluble in water because of formation of hydrogen bonding. Due to the formation of hydrogen bonding, A is soluble in water. B on the other hand, B not soluble in water because of unable to form hydrogen bonding. That means it is most important application of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. If hydrogen bonding is there, then magnitude of forces of attraction increases. As a result, melting point, boiling point increases and also solubility increases in water. Mark that. This increase in boiling point is due to the association of several molecules of the compound. This hydrogen bonding is also due to the responsible, this bond is also responsible for increase in viscosity. Another one important factor also, that means due to the formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, viscosity also increases. That means higher the extent of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, higher is the viscosity. It is all about intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Example already over, that means formation of water molecule, formation of ammonia molecule, and formation of hydrogen fluoride molecule or hydrofluoric acid. Next, switch over to another part 2, that is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Next we discuss the part 2, that is intramolecular hydrogen bonding, that is the bonding between one molecule, two atoms, one is hydrogen, one is high electronegativity, that is nitrogen, oxygen or fluorine. Mark that. Second one, intramolecular hydrogen bonding. This type of bonding results between hydrogen atom of an electronegative, between the hydrogen atom and of an electronegative element, both present in the same molecule. In one molecule, hydrogen atom and most electronegative element, both are there in one molecule. So this type of bonding decreases the boiling point, and also they decreases the boiling point of the compound, and also the solubility also decreases. Mark that 2 example. One is orthonitrophenol, benzene, then OH group is there, it is known as a phenol, it is ortho position, nitro group is there, it is more electropositive, hydrogen, electronegative, that is oxygen, and this dotted line correspond to hydrogen bond. Here also second one is O-hydroxybenzoic acid, ortho-hydroxybenzoic acid, benzene ring, COOH, benzoic acid, ortho position, OH is there, it is most electropositive and most electronegative. This dotted line is known as the hydrogen bond. That means due to less number of bond between one molecule, that means its melting point, boiling point decreases, as well as the solubility decreases. Next we go through what is the application of hydrogen bonding, what is the effect of hydrogen bonding, or what is the consequence of hydrogen bonding. Mark that. It helps in explaining the abnormal physical property of the cell in some molecules. Already we discussed 2 to 3 example. One is H2O is a liquid while H2S is a gas. Why? Similarly, if we go through the 15 element, hydrogen combined with first member nitrogen forming ammonia, hydrogen combined with the second member, that is phosphorus, forming PH3, NH3 and PH3. So if we go through the boiling point of NH3 and PH3, NH3 poses higher in comparison to PH3. This type of abnormal behavior is explained by the hydrogen bonding. In case of HF, hydrofluoric acid, it has also possessed a high value of melting point, high value of boiling point due to the hydrogen bonding. Mark that, some application is there. Point 1 is high value of a melting point and a boiling point. The compound having hydrogen bonding exhibit abnormally high value of a melting point and a boiling point. Point 2 is solubility. The compound which can form hydrogen bond with the solvent molecule are soluble in such solvent. For example, ammonia is soluble in water, and a lower member of alcohol, methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, also soluble in water. Next one is volatility. As we know, the compound involving hydrogen bonding between the different molecule possess high value of boiling point. That means the compound involving hydrogen bonding are less volatile. And last one is viscosity and surface tension. That means higher the magnitude of hydrogen bonding, higher the magnitude of van der Waals force, then higher the viscosity. What is viscosity? That means the flowing capacity, fluidity of the liquid decreases. So we say viscosity increases. Mark that. The substances which contain hydrogen bonding exist in associated molecule. All the substances already discussed, NH3, H2O, HF, those are involving hydrogen bonding, exist in associated form. Due to the associated form, their flow becomes comparatively difficult. In other words, they have high viscosity and high surface tension. These are some applications of hydrogen bonding.